Hello and welcome everyone. This is your Tuesday Thoughts video tarot reading. I wasn't around or available last Tuesday to do it, so I'm sorry about that. You wouldn't have received that, but I am here today, and I think let's do your tarot reading for today. Just bear with me 1 second. That's better. Oh my goodness, it's a hot one in London. We had 34 degrees on Monday. Today it is 27, and it's probably going to go down to about 26 or 24 tonight. So it is certainly hot. So let's see what the cards have to say to us. So we're post Lionsgate, and we are just going to connect with our tarot cards. So I'm just going to shuffle them now. Sorry, I don't feel a little bit out of sorts. Not because I'm out of sorts, but usually when I do a reading, I'm kind of really well ready. I feel a little bit hot and steamy right now. But I hope you're well. To all the new people watching, thank you for coming along. Thank you for watching. It's always lovely to see new people. For those of you who regularly watch, thank you for that, and hopefully we'll get a message that resonates with you too. Tuesday the 13th. Oops. Oh, well, there's a whole bunch that fell out. Let me go and get them 1 second. Okay, so I've just lifted them off the floor. I'm not quite sure what we've got yet. I've just have them like this. There's quite a few here. So we'll just go with read them this way backwards. But I often do the underlying energy, which is the bottom of the deck. Sorry, I don't even have a light on today. Five of Pentacles. So Five of Pentacles can mean that you feel a little bit shut out, a little bit left out in the cold. There can be some issue of lack of money, poverty, consciousness, and lack feeling like you don't have the money. And it's kind of disabling you in a way. It's stopping you from doing something. But this card shows that there is a lifeline, that we do have a lifeline if we can just see it, if we can just take our eyes off. Sometimes we're so focused on the issue. If we can take our eyes off it for a moment and look to a grander perspective, or look for other solutions, let's say, or just allow some more information to be seen, allow ourselves to raise our eyes and look up, then the energy we can see is different. So you might just be feeling a bit in lack, a bit like you don't have enough money, something to do with work as well. It can be unemployment, but there is a lifeline, so it's not completely negative, okay? So that might be sort of an underlying energy with regards to where you are right now. So we're just going to go through, oh, well, that makes sense. Let me just span them out, and then so you can see that I'm just going to read them as I'm coming across them now. So the first card we have is the Ace of Wands. So yes, maybe there is that energy of that lack, there is that energy of that predicament that you have, but the Ace of Wands comes in as a new adventure, a new creative endeavor, and it's been handed to you. So it's this passionate, creative thing that you're going to move ahead with. The Ace of Wands can also be redecorating. It can be renovating. It can be changing the colours in a room or in a home. It can be something to do with old people's homes as well, if someone is moving into an old people's home or out of an old people's home. But certainly it is an opportunity. It is a gifted, passionate start, and it's the Ace, and you're holding on strong to this one. I'm just going to go to this little book as well and just see what it says about the Ace of Wands, because different meanings are in different books. Let's see, page, and so the Ace is the first one in this book. There we go. So again, action, yes, so it's that movement forward, that flow that you have with fire sign, that yang energy, movement outwards. and creativity. Number 1 symbolizes a new start, and the ace is often considered number 1. So this is a new start, a new endeavor. Like it says, you've been handed this new opportunity, this new creative element. It can mean that you're a little bit restless, you're adventurous, and you're full of ideas, and it's ripe for a new creative endeavor. So whatever line it takes, the essential ingredient required to get a new project underway is the primary spark of which is symbolized by the Ace of Wands. So that initial spark, that initial burst of energy, that initial faith, in a sense, that initial drive forward is the Ace of Wands. So perhaps if the underlying energy is one of lack, if the underlying energy is one of not having enough, how do I create more money, more work, then this is the spark, this is the initial drive forward, this is the creative endeavor that can be coming up for you, okay? So next we have the Two of Pentacles. So this can be a second job. So you might be thinking of getting a second job. You might have a part-time job and thinking of getting something on the side of that as well, a side hustle. Or you might have your regular job and do something on the side as well. The Pentacles are money, as we see here, and so there's a juggling act going on. There is a borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. You know, sometimes if you start a new venture, if you start some sort of business thing, or if you're involved in some creative endeavor or some goal that you have set yourself, you know, the money doesn't necessarily just arrive on your doorstep straight away. So there's a period of money coming in, going out, going in, going out, and this balancing act needs to happen. So there might be a juggling, there might be a moving. You might not have, you know, he's got his hands up in here, but the money's in the air, so he's not actually got the money in the hands. It's circulating, but it's not landing with him. In this one as well, we see the ships out here in the ocean. So you're creating stuff, you're certainly making stuff happen in your life, but it hasn't come to shore yet. You haven't got the full fruition of that yet, and that's why there is this juggling period. It can be borrowing, it can be paying off debts, it can be juggling 2 jobs or having 2 incomes in some way, and spending your time, because you know it's your time that you work. So there's a split here between 2 ideas of working, 2 possible outcomes with regards to work, 2 job offers that you might be considering as well, okay? And next we have the Lovers. So you're wondering how the Lovers comes into this. Well, the Lovers can also symbolize, as well as love coming in and it being kind of an equal, healthy relationship, the Lovers can also signify choice, making a choice. So you can see here this gentleman has to choose between 2 ladies, and so there is this aspect of your 2 options. Again, with what we saw before, the 2 options that have come to you. You've been offered 2 possible jobs, or offered to maybe relationships. You're offered 2 aspects, and you're deciding which to choose. And so you're weighing up the options of one and the other, and you're going to walk through a doorway with one or the other choice that you make. And you have Cupid here shooting the arrow. So there's certainly some assistance with that, some higher energy assistance, higher consciousness assistance, almost like they know which one you should pick, they know which job you should go for. So it's just a matter of you letting that arrow land, so you can tell where you're really being pulled to, which one is right for you, for what you want to achieve, for where you want to go, for this creative pull that you have. You have this draw forward to take action and to move forward in this direction. Yes, you're not sure which one, but you are going to have to make a choice, okay? And we have, I'm not going to read it upside down, but we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is Cancerian, so this is usually June, July energy. It's water signs, so the water signs, again, it's similar to Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The Cancerians are very sensitive, they're very homely, they love, particularly Cancerian men, love building homes, love having family, and so there is this desire for that within what you're creating. So you're choosing something that perhaps will bring the satisfaction of that energy of someone who wants to build a home, who wants to have this nice family energy, family values type thing. With the king, he can feel a bit isolated, so pulling a little bit back, so sort of keeping his emotions to himself, keeping his feelings to himself. Often that is because he is overwhelmed by emotion. He has so much emotion he can't actually handle it, and he's unsure of how to handle it. He doesn't know how to handle it. So sometimes it can come out as tears, sometimes it can come out as fears, but there is this element of, because he's so emotional, because everything hurts him so deeply, because he is so sensitive. And Cancerians can be sensitive to even texture or sound, very sensitive being, and so things can affect them, and you wouldn't realize it because maybe it doesn't affect you in the same way, but it can affect the Cancerian man in this way, and woman. But he's there with his cup, he's there with his feet on this cushion, so he's grounding to the earth as much as he can. He has achieved a great deal because he is the king. He has gone through all the stages, so he's quite mature. So it could be a Cancerian boss coming in, it could be a Cancerian energy coming in. This Cancerian might feel a bit isolated and alone. So on this journey towards what you want to go towards, you may feel isolated. You may feel a bit alone with your decision. It might be a bit overwhelming. You may feel emotional. We're having all of this new light hit the planet. We're having all this new energy come in, and it's affecting everyone. So your sensitivities may be up, but you can also perhaps tune into that sensitivity to help make that choice. That might help you make the choice. Connect with water. Water is very informative. Water can communicate, so you can ask water, you can send intention into water. So maybe if you can at all, get to the ocean, get to the beach, get to a lake, get to a river, and sit by there and see if you can get some clarity just from the water. Or if you can't do that, just have a bath, a saltwater bath or a salt shower. But certainly connecting to water may help you manage the emotion, because it clears your energy as well. Particularly water signs will pick up the energy of many other people, so you need to clean and clear and refresh your energy as well, so you do make the right decision. So you're not making a decision based on other people's opinions and ideas. You're actually making it clear, crystal clear, that crystal clear decision making, that you are going forward in the direction that you want to go forward in, because it's for you. It's not about the opinions of others. So this is a big choice for you, which is, it's making you sensitive. Whatever this is, it's making you a little bit sensitive. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is a great card. The Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. The Nine of Cups shows a couple here, and shows a table full of fruits and vegetables and flowers and cups of love. And you've got all these pillars as well. So the pillars are the structure, and you've got the water in the background and the fountains. So the water is flowing and it's bringing you together. So it's bringing you together with the thing that will bring you that emotional fulfillment, be it a person, possibly, or be it a direction in life, or a proposition, a job. But it's going to be something you love. It's going to be full of love and reward. So you're going to be able to reap the harvest. This is about reaping the harvest emotionally, emotional satisfaction. You might still feel a little bit shut off. You might still feel like you're perhaps still cut off a little from others, but you have found love. You have found this emotional contentment, and it is just gushing. It's gushing because there's so much here on the table. There's so much that you can avail of. And again, there's structure. Again, there is growth, there is fertility, there is movement in this water as well. And it looks like he has made his choice. So you have here the element of choosing, and you have here, so you've decided, you've made your choice, you've found something that you love. You know it's going to be growing, it's going to be evolving, it's going to be changing shape perhaps, but it's going to bring you rewards. So here we had the Two of Cups. So all the fruits and everything you've labored for, all the goodness is held in the ships, and the ships are bringing it to shore. So it has finally arrived with you. It is finally on your table. You have received the bounty. This is the bounty that has arrived with you. And next we have the Knight of Swords. So this is coming in quick. So the Knight of Swords can be knight in shining armor coming in. It can also be speed. So look at that horse, it's galloping in, and you can see that the trees here are bent over. It's just so fast. The wind is billowing past, and you can see his cloak is billowing in the air. But he is coming in with the pink energy. So he is coming in with love. He is coming in with heart energy, so heart-centered business, heart-centered agreements, heart-centered relationships within business, within work. And he's charging ahead. So you've been given the go-ahead. You've been given the green light, as it were, and you are moving forward at speed. And it might be that you feel it might be a little bit out of control, but you have a direction. He's pointing this sword straight ahead. He knows where it's going to land. He knows the direction he's going in. So this is the knowing, this is the speed, this is the going forward with that. So that's really interesting, and it seems to be a bit about work and stuff. So let's go to another deck. So we'll use the abundance cards. So one has jumped out already, don't know what it is, and we'll just get a couple of other messages that might relate to this. So whoever is watching, it does seem to be about job offers. It does seem to be about making a choice between two. It does seem to be that you make the choice, and the choice is the right one because it brings you everything that you need, and it all just happens quickly, and you know your direction. You're going in the right direction, and it's heart-centered, you know. You might have a lot of communication. There might be letters coming in, there might be emails coming in. You might have to communicate, so you might have to speak a lot. You might have to engage with all your higher centers, so your mind, your thinking, your consciousness, open to the consciousness, channeling information. So it's all that upper chakra work as well, and definitely the communication. Not sure why I am coughing now. So that's interesting. So let me know if that resonates. Maybe you've decided to go back to work and you're not sure which direction to go in. So maybe you've been out of work for a while and you've been thinking, okay, I do want to get back to something with stability. And because you have been kind of juggling things, you have this desire to go ahead and move forward in a direction. Certainly something is going to change, because you have been juggling the money, the pennies, and you haven't really, ships haven't come in just yet for you. So there is a choice you're making, and it needs to be made. To move forward, because the confusion is no good for you. And then you make your choice and you receive, and so you're the water sign. You're the water sign who feels a bit isolated, the water sign who is mature, but you're the water sign who is ready to take this step, who is ready to manage their sensitivity, who's taking command of their sensitivity, and who feels in a more confident, structured place. But just to be mindful of your sensitivity as you move into something. But you do make the choice, and it brings you bounty, and it brings you that fulfillment that you've been wanting, that emotional fulfillment which you weren't getting. And you're moving forward at speed. You're moving forward, and you are ready to communicate your needs, to communicate what needs to be said, to share things with the world. And this action is happening now. So okay, interesting. So let me take one more from this deck, please. One more from this deck. Okay, thank you. Oops, right, they've gone over. Okay, so this is how they come up. So I'm going to read them now for you. So the first one that came up is sacrifice. So perhaps you have made a sacrifice. Perhaps you have sacrificed something in your life. You might have sacrificed an income. You might have sacrificed a love relationship. You might have sacrificed, instead of working full-time, you work part-time, so you can't afford to do all the things that you wish you could do if you were full-time. You have sacrificed all those extras, or even some of the regular necessities that people have, you've had to give up because you're not receiving as much as you were, because your income is lower. So there has been a sacrifice, but through sacrifice you develop and you grow and you learn how to manage, and you learn about when the times are tough, how do you deal with them, how do you get out of them, what can you do. And it says sometimes surrender is painful. God's cutting away all that needs to go. Illusions, obsessions, addictions. It's a sacrifice to love. So all these things that we can focus on, all these things we can spend our time on, all these things we can waste our time on, social media being one, sometimes that needs to go. Sometimes it needs to be, if you're just someone who kind of sits watching TV all day, or doesn't really do anything productive, in a sense, you're not really giving up anything, you're not really achieving anything. So there's a need to let go and cut away all that doesn't work for you. And you might think it's a sacrifice because you feel that you enjoy these little things. It can be, for some people it can be a cup of coffee. It can be, I'm going to give up my coffee at the coffee shop and make my coffee at home, because coffee at the coffee shop costs me almost £5, and if I make it at home I can live for 3 or 4 weeks on a jar of coffee for £5. So it's sacrificing these little things that take you away, that reduce your income, that you can take control over. There is a need to, we've got the guy here and he's breaking open these coconuts next to Ganesh. Ganesh is all about abundance, protection, courage, and he's got the little bowl here, so he is holding that in the air to receive. So he is saying the abundance is coming. If you can sacrifice something, the abundance is coming. You might have to sacrifice your TV. What do they call them? I don't even have one, but what do they call them? Like Sky TV packages, TV packages, etc. You might have to sacrifice that to have a lot more money in your pocket. Those things that you might have to sacrifice, your bottle of wine. You might have to sacrifice your nights out, your regular nights out. Maybe you've been doing that. Maybe you have been sacrificing. Maybe you have been giving up things. Maybe that has been the avenue that you've gone down. You've been cutting away what is not necessary. You have been making sacrifices. And it's been hard. It's been hard won. You've had to kind of break open the shell and allow what's important, and allow what's on the inside. The coconut, the flesh is the inside that you eat. So you want to get to the inside. You have to sacrifice a bit of TV if you're going to do some meditation. You have to sacrifice watching the box set if you want to do some connection and get answers from spirit. You won't get them if you don't do the work. You won't, because you can't receive. If I'm not doing this tarot reading to camera, you won't get it, but also I won't be getting this information either. So you kind of have to, at some point, sacrifice something, give something. Something is going to have to wait, and you can pick it up again. You can go back to the coffee shop again, someday. But for some time now, things need to be put on the back burner. Sometimes surrender is painful. So giving up things may feel painful. You may feel like, it's painful to give up all of these things that keep you comfortable and keep you satisfied and keep you happy. These dopamine hits. So often a lot of the things that we feel we're addicted to or obsessed over are for dopamine. So you have to find ways to get dopamine that don't cause you problems of illusion. And you're doing it for the greater love. You're doing it for the bigger picture. You're sacrificing all these things to move into higher consciousness. You're sacrificing all these things to elevate your energy, your frequency, so you are closer and closer and closer to the frequency of love. Okay? And then we have companionship, which is lovely. I don't know if you can hear the cops outside. It says, giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. Now, if ever, that is our social media world, where most of us have a phone next to us. Most of us will have, I don't have my phone here. It's in the other room charging. But I've just realised I didn't put it on airplane mode, so it could ring and interrupt us. But companionship, so it's giving somebody your undivided attention. And this is what happens when you have a healing. This is what happens when you go to a one-to-one with someone, where they can read for you, like a tarot reading. They can read for you. They can sit with your energy and connect with your energy. They are able to tune in to your energy and give that undivided attention for that hour or half hour, that undivided attention to you. And that is so healing. That is so healing and intense. You know, there's no other way that you can get that direct focus. And it's a beautiful thing. So companionship reminds you that when you do get into a relationship, it is not enough to simply have someone by your side. Relationships need work. You need to be able to have moments where you are just with your companion and giving them 100% of your time, 100% of your focus, 100% of your energy. And it's the reason is we have elephants here, so they stay together for a long time. They are together a long time. They have incredible memory. So you're creating these memories. You're creating this companionship that is built to stand the test of time. And if you can give someone that presence, if you can give someone that unique moment, we never have moments that much anymore, right? So it's giving someone a unique moment. You're with someone and you've decided that you're just going to be with them, and no matter what's going on around you, fully focused on them, fully focused on your conversation, fully focused on listening to them, listening to what they're saying, fully focused on being there and maybe, you know, saying back to them what they said, just to be clear, just so they know they've been listened to. That and that may come in the form of becoming a therapist. That may come in the form of becoming a counsellor, because you are with that one person and you are able to give that one person that devoted attention, that one-to-one attention, that no one else matters in that moment. And that's healing. That's the gift. So that might have something to do with the work that you go into, which could last a long time, and will have with it incredible wisdom, and with it, I would say, a certain shamanic element as well with the animals here. The shamanic, you know, look at these ears, the elephant's ears, how they listen, how they're able to listen, and they communicate with their ears as well. When their ears flap up and down, and they communicate with their ears, and they are devoted to each other. So it's this, certainly this coming together in this compassionate, focused presence. And the next card we have on this one is intuition. So you know what you want to do. You know which way you want to go forward. I was at Parallax Art Exhibition. I did a little run around that. I was in it the previous year, but this year I just went as a guest. And there was someone who had art, and his art was this heart with this eye. So it was super, super interesting that he had that as his artwork. But trust your intuition. Your intuition will guide you. Your gut feeling will guide you. Where do you think you're being led? You know, see from the heart. We did say heart-centered business. This is heart-centered. So it's, you know, it's moving down to here, down to the heart, and looking with your heart eyes, looking at which option is best for you, trusting your intuition. Get to know your intuition. What does it feel like when you're guided? Where is that gut feeling? You know, when you think, oh, I'll do that, and then we'll go, oh no, it'll be fine, and then you realize later, oh, I should have done that thing, you know, in work, and you thought, I'll just put it there, it doesn't matter, I'll just leave that, I'm sure it's fine if I don't write that note. And then later it's like, oh, I knew I should have written that note, you know. So you know, it's this tuition from within. And again, it might be leading you to the type of work that you will be doing. You'll be doing work where you are teaching about intuition, teaching about seeing differently, teaching about using your third eye, so that psychic sense, that clairvoyance. There's also, it's interesting, isn't it? It's almost like a little tarot card here that I can see in the background. And there's a gentleman and a dog and a lady. And there's another lady up there. So there we have the choice, the two ladies. And we have the gentleman. And we have the dog. So I don't know if you can see just here. So the gentleman, the dog, the lady. And up here we've got another lady in the background. So there's definitely something to do with community, something to do with companions. The companion can be a dog as well. So you might have a pet. And when your pet, runs around the house and you scold the pet probably more than you praise the pet. But your pet is a companion. And sometimes, pets like dogs, cats, etc., they are very intelligent and they're tuned into the natural rhythm. So if you can sit with your pet and communicate with your pet, listen and see if you can hear what they're saying. So, it might be animal communication might be coming through this because it's intuitively led. And you're sensing and you're feeling, you're giving that presence to that animal. You're giving that undevoted love presence to that animal. And they respond. They respond to that. That's what they're craving the whole time. So it says, each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. So this is it as well. It's, as you're going through this phase, this stage, this transformation, because something is changing here. You're moving from one aspect right through to another. It is saying, listening to that inner voice, listening to your senses is what's needed right now. Really tune in to what's needed. We did have the King of Cups, so that sensitivity, that that you have this awareness and perhaps a hyper awareness, a hypersensitivity. And that informs you because you're tuning into the field of information and you're able to receive information. And sometimes you doubt it and sometimes you don't know where it's coming from. But this is saying, listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. So knowing that you have that inner guidance should make you feel relaxed and complete because you have a navigation tool. And intuition is your navigation tool. Okay, let's do an Archangel Michael just to get us a little clarity on what we've got here. Sorry, I've got a lot of cards in boxes here and I haven't really got them out, so I'm a bit scatty today. You'll have to forgive me. But if that resonates, do let me know. Do leave a comment. It's picking up someone's energy. So let's see what Archangel Michael wants you to know. Michael, what do our YouTubers, our viewers want to know? What information can you give them that will help them with this scenario? Thank you. Okay. Thank you. So we've got one for sure. Okay. I might just take two. So can we have one more card, please, Michael? Okay, this one, which is kind of turned the wrong way, so we'll do that one. So the first one is forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. So again, we have this, Michael brings us through quite a lot, so there is a need for forgiveness. I heard Amanda Ellis talk about this as well. There is something about, what I did to you or what you did to me in the past. You may be feeling guilty for it, I may be feeling guilty for it, but it's in the past. There's nothing we can do to change. No, it was my friend said that. There's nothing you can do to change it. It has happened. But what you can do now is you can forgive and you can go on. So you can forgive those who hurt you. You can forgive those who said things against you. You can forgive those who gave you a hard time. You can forgive yourself for getting yourself into this situation, for getting yourself into a situation where you feel overwhelmed because you have this choice and this decision. Forgive yourself because you've done nothing wrong. You just are at this point in your journey. And it says, I ask that you help me let go of self-blame and forgive myself. Please guide me in releasing any toxic anger or fear towards others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for allowing me to feel centered and at peace. So this is it as well. You may have made decisions based on something that happened, some trauma that happened a long time ago, or maybe not so long ago. And Michael is asking that may have left anger within you and bitterness within you. That may have left you feeling a victim. That may have left you feeling attacked. That may have left you feeling shocked. And so you have all of that energy within you. And so Michael's saying, release the toxic anger, release the fear towards others. And what happens is when something happens to you traumatically in your past, for example, you then move into your future, you then move into the following days with that in the back of your mind. And you're always then hyper vigilant, hyper aware, hypersensitive. And so it stops you engaging with people. It stops you connecting with people. But what's done is done. What you need to do now is forgive those who've hurt you. Forgive yourself for this predicament. You're here now. So where are we? Where are we and where can we go from here? Okay? But it's a very gentle card. It's a very loving card. It's a very soothing card. Michael knows. And so I bring Archangel Michael in to help you release any anger or toxic cords you have attached to somebody. It's like Lamb of God, isn't it? Take away the sins of the world. Have mercy on us. So everybody's done something wrong. And we're asking for forgiveness. And we're learning to forgive ourselves and for those who have hurt us as well. And the next card is, this is like that one and that one. So this is, keep your eyes on your targeted intention. So this is the goal. This is the drive. This is where you're moving to. And Michael has got his bow and arrow here. And I was just saying that it's like two of these cards. So it's like this one. So we've got Cupid coming in with the bow and arrow, directing it at the right choice, directing it at the right direction. And then we've got the Knight of Swords coming in with the sword pointed in this direction. This is where the intention is going. This is where the energy is going. There's no mistake. It's right ahead. And so Michael is saying, yes, it's like the bow and arrow. You want to pull back and draw the energy back and send it straight forward. Like that wand, like that Ace of Wands, send it out into the world to receive that which is that you want. And it is also like this one, companionship, because it says giving someone your complete presence is, no, it's not that one, is it? Maybe it's sacrifice, where I was saying the focus, you have to sacrifice a lot of things around you in order to be focused enough to do what is necessary. And so this is saying, thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me focus on my inner vision and intention. I ask for your guidance in releasing any fears or doubts, granting me the confidence and courage to take action towards realizing my dreams. So again, releasing any anger, releasing any fears, any doubts, and then Michael comes in and replaces that with confidence and courage. So you can take that action, which is what we had at the beginning. This action card, this yang card, this energy card, moving forward, creative idea. So you have this energy, this yang behind you, and it's to send it off in the right way. It's to use that energy correctly. Use it in that focused direction. That's where we're going. So this is all making sense. I might just do one more. It's 140, and I might just pick from the Priestess of Light deck by Sandra and Taylor and Kimberly Weber. Lovely deck that was gifted to me. So let's see what we get from here. So certainly there's a choice, and there seems to be a choice between two, but you'll know which one. If you use your intuition, you'll know which one. And just clear up your energy, do what you need to do. Cut the cords, do clearings, use the violet flame, bring in Raphael, bring in Michael. So we're asking for a couple of cards just to finish the read before my computer dies. I can see the battery's a bit low. So, okay, give us, that's one, and one more. Okay, that makes sense. One more, please, before my battery dies. I might have to plug it in, actually. Okay, I've got three. Okay, bear with. I am just going to plug it in because it's going to go. 1 second. Okay, so one of them, I know a lot. Oh gosh, I look a bit of a mess today, don't I? Is that any better? I'm not sure it is. Sorry, I should do this off camera, shouldn't I? But sometimes you just... The thing is, I had my hair tied up because in the heat, it's just so... I need it off my back and shoulders. So I had it all tied up. I think that's a bit better, a bit tidier. Right, so I know one of them. I don't know the other two. Actually, let me just do what I've been doing, and I'm going to turn it over. Oh, lovely. Turn it off. Okay, perfect. Couldn't be more perfect. So these are the three cards. I'm just going to read them in that order. First one, I read these because I'm not sure fully of, it's obvious what the message is, but I'm not sure fully of the written bit. So first one is 34, and it's loss and lack. And that's what we had underlying. That's what we had at the bottom of the deck. Let me get that card for you. So it was lack, poverty, loss, disabled by life circumstances, left out in the cold, unable to get up, unable to see a way out, missing what is available, missing the light in the window. So it says fear and victimization, and we've had that already with the forgiveness, and we've had that with fear being mentioned a few times as well. So don't be afraid of moving forward. So let's see what it says. Just going to look at it. So she's got the owl, so you've got the wisdom of the owl there. The owl can see all sides, the owl can see in the night time, so you can see stuff that is not obvious to everyone. Looks like she has a shield in front of her as well. So protect yourself, ground your energy and protect your energy. And that might be strength, that willpower. She's covering her solar plexus. So it might be strength, willpower, courage to get out of this victimization. Because when you feel a victim, you kind of hide yourself a little. When you feel a victim or fearful, you kind of pull back from the world. So in a way, she's sort of covering herself or hiding herself. But let me read it now, so you can see. There, okay. So it says, the woman on this card stands alone in anxious judgment of her life. She focuses on past losses and assumes there are more to come. With her fan, the owl... Oh, it's a fan. It's not a shield, it's a fan. However, it's almost like a shield for her, isn't it? With her fan of owl feathers, she attempts to shield herself from potential hurts. Yet the owl on her shoulder can see through her darkness and guide her out of her fear and lack consciousness. The message of this card is clear. No matter what kind of loss you've experienced in the past, it is absolutely necessary to shift your focus now and to redefine your power. You are no longer the victim of a threatening world, frightened and unable to direct your own destiny. In fact, since your consciousness creates your reality, this assumption only keeps your energy stuck. The owl encourages you to leave your victim mentality behind and to see the truth of your eternal courage and power. When loss comes up in your life, let yourself grieve, but don't define yourself by that experience. Be willing to take charge and set your sights on real solutions and new directions. When you take action and view your life with optimism and self-honoring intentions, you become the director of rather than the victim in your own life. This empowered approach may seem strange to you and you may not fully trust yourself just yet, but this card is telling you that you can no longer live in darkness, isolation, and fear. It's time to let go of your old patterns of people-pleasing and passive acceptance of others' agendas. It's time to take your rightful place as a powerful presence in this world. And if you need an affirmation to recite just to help you move into that powerful place, it says, I let go of feelings of fear and lack. It is safe for me to stand up and make choices that empower me. I let go of feelings of fear and lack. It is safe for me to stand up and make choices that empower me. Okay, that's perfect for the read. These cards are great. They are always on it. The next one is one of the most beautiful cards in this deck, and it is Angelic Assistance. And look at her. Beautiful, beautiful angel. It says divine guidance, loving support. Fabulous. So I'll just read what it says. This tender-hearted, smiling angel brings you a message of encouragement and support. Heavenly light emanates from her heart and hands, and the brilliance of divine consciousness shines down from above the top of her head. This vibrating resonance of healing and loving power is all around you, brought by the angels who long to assist you in every area of your life. If you have never turned to the angels before, now is the time to start. They are very real presence in the world, and they can exert a significant influence on your life. If you have a problem that needs resolving or a project that needs some inspiration, the angels can help you there. Whether you're working on a physical issue or a difficult relationship, the angels bring clarity and healing. So stop resisting and open up to their very real power. Invite them to walk with you through your day. Ask for their guidance, energy, and joyous resolutions. Then let yourself stop and take a moment to receive. You'll be amazed by the healing, peace, and inspiration that comes your way. Your affirmation is, my life is filled with angelic power. I ask for their assistance and open up to their healing love. My life is filled with angelic power. I ask for their assistance and open up to their healing love. Fabulous. Bring in the angels. Anything you need help with, bring in the angels, and they will help. And the last card, which is number 11, is beautiful, Opening Heart. And we said about the water earlier, so she is reaching her hand out to the water, to the ocean, to the salt water, to the intelligence of this water, communicating with this water with her heart. It says deep connections, water, blessings. It's beautiful, beautiful card. So let's find that one. This is your final card. So, the mermaid priestess of the ocean holds out a hand, calling your attention to your right, which is the future, and your many upcoming opportunities for connection. Her other hand is held over her heart center, as this card portends important relationships on many levels. The first is the potential for a deeply intimate romantic love. Your soul longs to connect, so allow yourself to release any resistance and open your heart to trust. The next is the kinship of friends and loved ones who truly resonate with your higher desires and beliefs. The family of your soul brings support and joy that help expand your consciousness in amazing directions, including energetic realms. The rolling waters of the sea represent the profound presence of spirit, depth of the connections you can now make with the vast spiritual world around you, and the depth of the connections you can make with the vast spiritual world around you. These heart-to-heart communications can be life-changing, so let yourself be open to receiving the powerful waves of inspiration and guidance coming your way. On a literal level, this card may speak of bodies of water in your experience and environment. You may soon find yourself traveling by or over water for personal or professional reasons. Your residence or workplace may be relocating near water, or you may begin a relationship with someone who is similarly situated. Remember, whenever you are near water, let yourself absorb the magic of its energy and the power of its spirit. Offer prayers of thanks for the life force of water that always nurtures your earthly existence. And the affirmation is, gentle waves of love and friendship and spirit are coming my way. I'm deeply grateful for the life-giving energies of water. Gentle waves of love, friendship and spirit are coming my way. I'm deeply grateful for the life-giving energies of water. That's amazing. So that all makes sense. Something is happening. There is this change. You're moving forward into this new avenue. There's a choice. There's a choosing between two options, but using your intuition, releasing that fear that has kept you bound because of something that happened in the past. Forgive them for hurting you because that has kept you hidden from the world. Forgive yourself for hiding from the world. Forgive yourself for anything you have done to another. They have to forgive themselves and they have to forgive you, but you can forgive yourself and you can forgive them. And that shifts the energy. That allows you permission almost to step out, to release the fear, as Archangel Michael said, because he is here and he does not want you not stepping out. He wants you to step out. He wants you to use what you have. He wants you to be courageous. He wants you to keep focused on your targeted intention. He wants you to drive forward. He's beside you. Part of his work is to get you where he needs you to be. So often people think, oh, you know, we're doing this kind of angelic work or this healing work or this because we want to do it. Yes, we enjoy doing it, but it is, the purpose is higher. The purpose is to get the right people in the right places, to get the right people vibrating in the right energy so that the good work can be done. That is why, you know, every time you heal someone, you're shifting their energy, you're adding light to them, you're adding this magical energy to them which changes their energy, and they're bringing that around the world. So it is a much bigger process that's happening. It's not just that that person is receiving healing, but the entire world, because of that change, shifts and changes, and that's why healing is so important in the world. But here Michael is saying that this is higher work, and to keep going forward. When you think you're losing your mind, your motivation, you're losing your way, you're losing your focus, he said, no, keep it on your target. Release any fears or doubts. Have the confidence. He's giving you the confidence and courage to take action, to realize your dreams, because realizing your dreams, if they are of the higher vibration, if they are coming from the higher aspects, if they are for the good of all, or were they dreams? Okay, that is your reading for today. I hope you enjoyed. It's just under an hour. Can't believe that hour has flown. Has anybody noticed that time is going so quick? I worked a full day in my regular job yesterday, and the day just vanished. It vanished. We came in, we were busy, but it was just the end of the day before we knew it. And even that read, an hour, that doesn't feel like an hour. I hope it doesn't feel like an hour for you. I hope you enjoyed. Do let me know. All my contact details are below. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button so that you can be informed of the next video, or you can watch some of the videos that come up on the side here. Go on to my channel, watch any of those videos. I'll see if I can do a quick channel here now as well, channel from Spirit, to record that. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your attention if you stayed to the end, and I hope that's helped. You know, if you connect with a reading and that's it, you go, yeah, that's what I'm going through, that's okay. It's not that you're feeling weird about something or you're getting something wrong. It's actually, it is the energy. It is speaking of the energy that's going on, and it is giving you guidance that you can use. So, you know, just turn it back to the affirmations, write the affirmations down, and then just repeat them over and over again. And yeah, I wish you a wonderful week. Take care, and I will see you again soon. All the best. Bye bye.